Lakeside Radio.
When the Supreme Court, led by former Chief Justice David Maraga, nullified the 2017 presidential election, it sent shockwaves across the country and Africa. The judiciary, which had for decades been under the control of the executive family, exercised its dependence and affirmed the progressive 2010 constitution. And I quote, "Previous regimes ran it as a branch of the executive, and it's from that experience that Kenyans eventually clamored for change in the institution because it was to a very great extent the weakest arm of government," says constitutional lawyer Bobby Mkangi. Empowered by the 2010 constitution and under the leadership of former Chief Justice William Ruto, the judiciary began making bold decisions. This led to key judgments, notably the declaration of the Building Bridges Initiative (BBI), born out of the collaboration between former President Uhuru Kenyatta and Raila Odinga, unconstitutional. However, these bold decisions by judges haven't gone down without creating enemies. President William Ruto has engaged in a perpetual onslaught of the judiciary, accusing it of corruption and frustrating the government's development projects.
We respect, we will protect the independence of the judiciary. What we will not allow is judicial tyranny and judicial impunity. That we will not allow.
The head of state singled out the housing levy and the social health insurance fund, two flagship projects of the Kenya Kwanza government, which have been halted by the courts. He claimed that some beneficiaries of graft are working with corrupt judicial officers to frustrate the government agenda. Law Society of Kenya President Eric Thury argues that the president's recent moves are solely geared toward, and I quote, "bullying the courts to bow to the executive's wishes." Our assessment of the situation is that the president is intent on creating an all-powerful presidency that is above the constitution. A situation where what he says to be the law should be taken to be the law, says the Yuri. He argues that if the president has legitimate concerns, then he should raise them with the police, the Directorate of Criminal Investigations, DCI, the Ethics and Anti-Corruption Commission, ESCC, and the Judicial Service Commission, JSC. And I quote, "All those people and institutions have the capacity not only to investigate but also bring that evidence and prosecute a petition at the JSC. That being the case, you would not understand why a president would appear to be suggesting that he is frustrated because of corruption within the judiciary," says the Yuri. Echoing Thury's remarks, Mkangi suggests that the president's move to take issues to the public defeats the purpose of dealing with the allegations he is raising against the judiciary. And I quote, "If the statements are only made as public pronouncements, then they are not helpful to the country and the image of the state," says Mkangi. The quote continues, "We have only one challenge. The president intends to achieve one thing, which is to bully the courts into giving the decision that the executive wants. It's not intended to deal with the question of corruption within the judiciary or any other inadequacy," says the Yuri. Mkangi warns that the president's allegations carry serious implications because they accuse both litigants who are Kenyans and the judiciary of colluding in a corruption enterprise.
Lakeside Radio.
For more and comprehensive updates, press the YouTube subscribe button above and enjoy. Remember to press the bell button for notifications whenever we post.
Don't Uganda.